76 Duchess, Charlie, line on runway 2, you're cleared to land. '76 Duchess, Charlie, line on runway 1, 2, taxi via November, Foxtrot, Bravo, hold short of runway 1, 2. 76 Duchess, Charlie, line on, fly heading 180, runway 1, 2, you're cleared for takeoff. '76 Duchess, Charlie, line on, resume on navigation.
Hey guys, Shane here, Aus Flight Simmer. Welcome to another episode of Test Drive. Now, if you haven't caught one of these before, this is where we take an aircraft, a scene or a utility, or different add-ons in different types of flight simulators. We'll take them for a spin around the block and see if they're value for money. So if this is right up your alley, please hit the subscribe button for more weekly content. In today's video, we're going to check out something that I've wanted to do a video for a little while now. And that's using the native ATC when it comes to X-Plane. Is it worth using, or should I stick to the other traditional methods like VATSIM or Pilot Edge or whatnot? So if you're new to flight simming and you want to learn about ATC, I think this video is a good one for you to watch. So we're going to go through a bit of a tutorial of how to set it up, how to use it on a flight in the Duchess 76 across the countryside of England. So let's get it set up and show you how to use the ATC. In order for the in-house ATC to work, you want to go and enable the voice and message settings within the sound settings in your X-Plane menu for it all to work. Once you've done that, it's time to set up the flight plan. This will be our flight plan today from Cardiff to Shoreham via Exmoor, Southampton and Goodwood. To access the menu for ATC within X-Plane, I believe the default key is enter. I've actually changed this to the minus key in the numerical pad to bring up the menu that you see here. There is not many steps to set up your flight plan. The first one is you want to put in your aircraft identification number. So we are placing that in there. The next step is you want to choose your aircraft manufacturer type. So there's many to choose from, or you can just type in and you can find what you're looking for. So we're using Beech and then also the Duchess 76. So I pretty much haven't found any aircraft that is not in there. We are using a flight number 123 and we're not using a airline today. So we're going to punch in the departure and also the arrival OKOs, and our en route altitude will be 4,000 feet for this flight. Now the last step is typing in the flight plan. They do say this, that SIDS and stars aren't able to be used in the flight plans, but you can obviously use airports, VORs and so forth, but it will not take SIDS and stars unfortunately. Also, another note is some payware airports you cannot find in the simulator, so they will not work. So there is a couple of flights I haven't been able to do. Now all we need to do is hit the flight plan, and the flight plan is inputted and ready to go. A couple of options available is to use the departure wizard. This will jot a dotted line around the airport. If you're not familiar with airport, it will show you where to go and to taxi, which is good for an unfamiliar airport. And also auto tune the recommended frequency, so it will tune the frequencies for you, which is good if you're a new flight simmer. And they're the options we'll be using today. So we are quickly going to start up the Duchess 76 because we cannot use the radios as everything is turned up. So we want to get some power into the aircraft. So I'm going to quickly start the right hand engine here. There we go, and we'll quickly do the left engine, and then we'll be able to turn all the avionics on, because you cannot communicate with the tower via the ATC when all your avionics are off. So we'll switch our avionics on and our GPS on, and we are good to go. So the first thing we are going to do is contact the tower to get the altimeter reading. So we can do that by just clicking
76
altimeter, and the control tower will read that to us, and then we will hit read back transmission. So you always have to read back the transmission, and like I said before, we have got it set to auto tune to the tower. So now we've got our altimeter, the next thing we'll do is request clearance.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, cleared IFR2, short, as filed, maintain, 4000, squawk, 4700.
Cleared IFR2, short, as filed, maintain, 4000, squawk, 4700, 76 Duchess, Charlie.
So we have received our clearance to Shoreham, and we've got our squawk code which I've entered in. Now we're requesting taxi.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, runway 12, taxi via November, Foxtrot, Bravo, hold short of runway 12. 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, runway 12, taxi via November, Foxtrot, Bravo, hold short of runway 12.
Runway 12, taxi via November, Foxtrot, Bravo, hold short of runway 12, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
We have been given our taxi clearance and told where to go to get to the runway. Because we are unfamiliar with this airport, we are using the Auto Wizard, and as you can see, there is now an yellow arrow line to show us where to go. You could always use your charts that you have if you are familiar with the airport, or you prefer to do that. From here, we are really not going to have anything to do much with ATC until we're holding short at our runway 12. So we will continue following the yellow line until it stops, and then the ATC we will click over. So we're going to speed up the video until we get to holding short at runway 12. So we're going to hold short up here at runway 12, and once we come to the end of the yellow line, the ATC will pick that up and give us more instructions. So we'll pop the brakes on just here.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 180, runway 12, you're cleared for takeoff.
And we'll bring up our menu and read that back to the tower.
Fly heading 180, runway 12, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
A couple of tips at this point I have for the ATC X-Plane. If you've got the wizard turned on like we have here today, follow it pretty much all the way. So as you can see, when I'm going to line up to the runway, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, because I found that if you don't, if I actually made a left-hand turn here and then went straight out, it triggers the ATC and it starts going a little bit silly and keeps repeating what you need to do. So it has a bit of a meltdown, so to speak. The other tip is the same as in real life, is you want to read back your transmission to the ATC as soon as possible. Again, if you don't, it will just keep bothering you over and over every 3 seconds and become most annoying. So make sure that you do that. In this particular takeoff, I forgot to read back the transmission to the ATC, and I didn't work it out until after the wheels were up. So
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 180, runway 12, you're cleared for takeoff.
So with in saying that, please enjoy the takeoff, and we'll come back to you just after the wheels are up.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 180, runway 12, you're cleared for takeoff.
295, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima. Center, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, Cardiff, altimeter 2992.
Cardiff, altimeter 2992, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
At this point, the next 5 minutes is going to be a bit of a train wreck. Instead of me just waiting for the control to give me my first heading, I decided to resume on navigation, and from doing that I threw the ATC out. It made me do a loop back in. So we're going to time lapse that so you can see the mistake that I did. Just remember, as in real life, you need to wait for the tower or control to give you instructions of what you need to do before you're resuming on navigation. Welcome back to the flight. We just skipped ahead. We're about 10 nautical miles past our first nav point, which was Exmoor. We're waiting for ATC to let us resume onto our original flight plan, which shouldn't be too far away.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 100. 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
From here we're going to activate Southampton as the active leg in the GPS, and then from there we'll make a left-hand turn, and everything else should be uneventful until we get to our arrival airport. So we're going to throw to a montage and come back to you as we're about to descend, and as we get some more instructions from ATC.
Duchess, Charlie, Lima, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
We finally come to the pointy end of the flight where we're about to begin our descent into Shoreham. ATC will vector us around a little bit, so we'll speed that up and show you the key bits as we come into our final approach into Shoreham.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 290, vectors for the visual, runway 2, descend and maintain 2000.
Fly heading 290, vectors for the visual, runway 2, descend and maintain 2000, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima. Fly heading 200, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
Duchess, Charlie, Lima, fly heading 110.
Fly heading 110, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Lima.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, fly heading 050.
Line heading 050, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane.
'76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, fly heading 020. Report the field at sight.
Line heading 020, report the field at sight, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane.
ATC is just giving you our last vector there, and as you can see, Shoreham Airport is in sight there. We can see the puppy lights and see some red and some white there, so we're right on the correct approach and pretty much on the right glide slope.
Center 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, clear visual approach, runway 2, contact tower rock, 125.40.
Cleared visual approach, runway 2, contact tower off, 125.40, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane. Tower, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, runway 2, you're cleared to land.
Runway 2, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, plane.
So we have been giving our landing clearance. Please enjoy the landing, and I'll come back to you as we speak to ATC to clear of the runway.
'76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, gate, taxi via 2, line up 13, November, Oscar, November, Echo, Kilo, Alpha, November.
As soon as you touch the ground, ATC will give you instructions where to clear off the runway, and also the automatic wizard lines pop up and the arrows, so give you direction of where that taxiway is. So we're going to make a right hand turn here.
76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, line up, gate, taxi via 2, line up 13, November, Oscar, November, Echo, Kilo, Alpha, November.
And we'll clean up the aircraft and make our way into the parking area.
Gate, taxi via 2, Lima, 13, November, Oscar, November, Echo, Kilo, Alpha, November, 76 Duchess, Charlie, Charlie, Lima.
As we are approaching our parking spot, I just wanted to thank the Aus Flight Simmer members for your extra support. I really appreciate it. If you want to see videos like this before everybody else does, please hit that blue join button and become an Aus Flight Simmer member. ATC can add a little extra immersion when it comes to flying on X-Plane if you didn't want to fly online, so hopefully this video helped you out. I'm going to leave another one of my videos up here on the right hand side, so please go and watch that. It's one of my favorites.